As a co-founder of Robbins Research International and first wife of Tony Robbins, Becky was a pioneer in the personal development business and expanded that into a brand with a global reach over 14 years that's still thriving today. She embarked on an art career with her current series of original oil paintings that are her signature and embody the divine as she is influenced in the process. Her prints and originals are collected around the world.
Hi, I'm Becky Robbins, and I would like to talk to you about something that's really important to me, and it's coming up at the end of February. Last year, my life completely changed, and I thought my life was perfect up to that point because I had done so much in my life. I had accomplished so much in my life, including my art, my family, and my background, which included so many years in the personal development industry. Here's what changed about my life. The personal development industry gave me so much benefit and value because it taught me how to do things that I'd never done before. And also it was so focused on the doing part of life that I felt like I could accomplish things mostly. Here's what changed for me. I was given the book by a dear friend, and she showed me that through reading this book, something profound could change for me. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy this book, but I felt like I've read so many books in the industry of self-help and personal development and played a profound part in the development of that industry. Here's what changed. Who you're being while you're doing what you're doing is all that matters, because you can try and do all of these things that are in the books, all the how-to things of life, and your life can be still the same because you're trying to read from someone else's playbook. Here's the difference about the book of being that changed my life. As I started reading it about myself, like who would I have to be in order to create the kinds of things that I still wanted to create for my life. And that's the magic, because when you start doing a little bit of excavation of who you are as a person, as a being in different contexts of your life, everything starts to change, and it's like a miracle that can happen. In fact, there is the possibility of creating a miracle out of who you're being, not necessarily what you're doing, because you've got the cart before the horse. So here's something important that I want to talk about. Next month in India, in February, there's going to be an event that is going to be spectacular, and I don't want you to miss out on it, because regret is one of the worst things in life. And I want you to be able to be there with me, because I'm going to the event. I'm actually speaking at the event, which is going to be marvelous. But the event isn't about me. The event isn't about Steve Hardison, whom the book is written about. The book is about you. The book is about having a profound difference in the state of the world as we know it. And that's why I'm so committed to it, because we have the power within us. The miracle of who we're being can create something really profound for people. The proceeds are all going to support the abolition of the sex trafficking industry in India, and also the rehabilitation of these poor young girls and women who have been victims of this. So I'm not being paid, the speakers aren't being paid. Every penny of the money is going toward that, and I ask you to not only be there with me, I would love for you to be there with me. Buy the book, start reading the book as if it's about you. The instructions of how to read the book are on the back and in the front couple of pages of the book. But get your ticket right now today while you still can, because it's going to be a sold-out event. And come there and be there and absorb what's going to happen in that room. Because my idea about this, and I know that this is true, is that when people come from a place of who they're being, because that starts in your heart, and you will experience something about yourself like I have. Who I've become in this last year, nearly a year, has been someone who is more confident, capable, brilliant, powerful, loving, kind, in service to humanity. And I know that things are just growing from there. I'm a different person inside. I know that if you know me already and you see me and you haven't been with me for a while, you're going to say, well, something's happened that's different about her. And I want some of that. And I want you to have some of that. So do this for me. Here's what I want you to do. Go to theultimateexperienceindia.in. Get your ticket today. You'll be so happy you did. Please let me know that you got your ticket. You can reach me at becky@beckyrobbins.com, because I'm going to be so cheering you on. And I will see you there. And I will know that you're there because you're going to come up and say hi to me. And I love you. Here's something I want to also say that is really important to me, and I know it is for you too. The world is in a dicey place right now. We all know it, we all feel it. And when we think of how we can go and do things that matter and how to fix the world, that seems impossible. It seems impossible to me. It's just too big and it's global, because we're coming from a place of what to do in order to accomplish that. And there isn't anything that can be done that's not going to be impacted by who people are being, fearful or angry or greedy. If you change all of that around to how can I do something to make a difference in the world, to how can I be of service to one another in a very personal way, like one-on-one, one at a time. There's a phrase called "we belong to one another" that I, on a sign in my art studio, that means so much to me, because we belong to one another, you and I, all of us together, and we're coming from a state of being in service instead of the other way around of trying to what is my life's purpose? If we're being in service to one another all day long, everybody that we meet, coming from the heart, coming from a place of solution, not in what we're doing for them or what we're doing for ourselves, trying to be an evangelist about here's what you can do. It's like who you're being while you're talking to others. I encourage you to talk to everybody that you can who you will bring with you to that event, because it's going to be an evolution of consciousness. I truly believe that. I would not miss this for the world, and I don't want you to miss it for the world. Before you get in the room, I want you to then buy the book so that you can be in alignment with what's going to happen in there, which will feel like nothing you've ever felt. Just for you walk in the door, it will be, I'm starting to have that feeling right now, but I want you to have that feeling. Go get your ticket, get the book, get your seat in the room, and come say hi to me. And I'm so excited for you to be there. When I first got the book, I wasn't told how to read the book. I was just given the book. And then I found out later, like a month later, wait a minute, this book isn't about a man and his childhood and all the things in his life and the people that he impacted. The book should be read about who am I, who would I need to be in order to be a good parent? Who would I need to be in order to be someone like Iyanla Vanzant? Who would I need to be someone like Alan D. Thompson? Who would I need to be in order to create miracles and magic in my life? It's all about that. So I reread the book with a marker and underlining it to say, who would I be? Who would I be to be like these people? What would need to happen in my life? Who would I need to change how I'm being to be effective with? Who would I need to be in order to be an amazing artist? It's changed my art, drastically changed my art. And the amazing vast abundance that's coming into my life. So I am excited for you for this level of being. Read the book this way. Almost a year ago, a friend came to stay with me, and she had a book. She had this book. And she arrived and she said, I'm going to spend this week looking through this book, and someone told me to write a document at the end of it. And I thought that was interesting, to get a book and write a document. And of course, I've read so many books in my lifetime, from my personal development background, self-help background. And so I wasn't really motivated until she said, no, this document, a friend did it and it changed her life. I thought, all right. So I ordered the book. She and I were reading it together at separate ends of the couch, underlining things, saying oh my gosh, you have to read this story, turn to this page. And I did read the book that way. And then I read that, wait a minute, I had overlooked the fact that this back cover actually is the direction on how to read this book so that you will get the most benefit from it. The back of the book, and there's a couple pages in the beginning of the book that's a message from Steve Hardison himself, also another one from Iyanla Vanzant. And this is just a profound way. No one instructs you on how to read a book about being, because this is the only book about being. What that means is it's a book about who are you being that causes what you're doing in your life to happen. That's how it works. It's not the other way around. It's not the how-to way of here's a bunch of tools and what to do with those tools. It's because it comes from who you're being in your heart, in your soul, and who you're being in various contexts of your life, who you're being as a parent? Who are you being as a leader? Who are you being in your life as a neighbor? Who are you being to the UPS guy? It's like that comprehensive, and that's why it changes your life in every single way. So I really am excited. I'm excited for you. I feel evangelic about this because I know the benefit of this that has surpassed anything I've ever done in my life. So this is the book. Turn to the back first. Read these things about you as if someone was writing this about you. And then also answer these questions for yourself. Like take a minute, like each one separately, and answer these questions. Maybe write down the answers to these things because it's going to change. You're going to change who you're being. I'm different now than I was a month ago. My life has surpassed what I ever imagined it could be because of who I'm being, which is allowing the benefits and also allowing the direction of each one of my days, of my career as an artist. Everything has changed. Turn to the first couple of pages, read what Steve Hardison says about how to read this book, and then prepare for liftoff, because that's exactly what's going to happen for you. And why wouldn't you want to do that?